Hey everyone, this is Dylan, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing video for you guys. So the stuff that I'm going to be unboxing is from the latest unexpected Scream Factory sale. So, I hope that you guys were able to get in on this sale because it was absolutely insane. They had sometimes up to 80, 90, 95% off of their items, and it was like a lot of stuff. It was a lot. And so I ended up spending probably way too much, but I've been neglecting buying Scream Factory releases basically since Best Buy stopped selling movies because they were able to do sales on a lot of those Scream Factory titles for $15, so I'd get that. But then once they stopped, then basically the sales for Scream Factory stuff was non-existent or minimal, so I would only pick up a few things here or there. And so when this rolled around, I was like, we got to order what I can. Plus there were a bunch of rumors that and I don't even know if they've even mentioned this sale or what happened during it. So who knows? I made 4 orders through the Shout Factory website because they were just dropping prices all throughout the day, all throughout the night. So you'd make one order and then the next day there'd be a shit ton more on sale, and then it's like, gosh darn it, I don't want to have to do this every single day. But if you don't, then things will go out of stock and then you can't get them. So then it's like, what do you do? So I ended up making 4 orders altogether, plus the stuff that I got from Amazon. So this is the first order. This is so far the only one that has shipped. And today is October 31st, so Halloween. And I think the sale happened, I think I made all my orders around October 20th and the week of October 20th, whatever that is. So this is the first order, and this I got some things that had posters and stuff. This one obviously didn't. Pretty small box. And then I've also got a stack of things that I ordered from Amazon that was price matching the Shout Factory website. So let's get into what I picked up from the Shout Factory website this time around. I don't think they have the prices on this list, but a lot of these were $2.99, $3.99. I think maybe the biggest thing was $6.99 for the most expensive thing in this batch. But incredible prices, especially on things if you hadn't picked any of these things up before. So the first one that we have is a Shout Select title. This is a Walk to Remember. This is one that I've been meaning to check out, and so when it went on sale, I picked it up. So look forward to checking this one out. I think these were all in the going out of print category on their webpage. So this is Bound to Vengeance. This is a IFC midnight release, and I do not know much about it. This was super cheap, and so I was just pulled the trigger on basically all the really cheap stuff. Whether I was interested primarily in it or not, I was like, you know what? If I ever get a chance to watch it, great. If not, then it's not really that much out of my pocketbook. I picked it up, Contracted Part 2, Phase 2. This is also an IFC midnight release. I don't know if there's a Contracted Phase 1. I assume that there is. I don't know if Shout Factory released it, so I will have to look into that so I can see that movie, but here we have Contracted Phase 2. A lot of these were also on sale. These were the Shout Factory website exclusive releases, and this is Lords of the Deep. I believe this one was $6.99, but this was like an exclusive release to the Shout Factory website. And I believe these were limited to a certain amount, but then I think they did some restocks on very popular titles. So I don't know if this was a restock or not, but it looked interesting. And for that price, I was willing to take a risk on it. This was a Roger Corman release. This is another one of the factory website releases, or the Shout Factory, Scream Factory exclusive releases. So this is Dead Space. I believe this is a reprint of it. I think this one was specifically denoted as being a reprint for being overly popular. So then they brought it back. Looks interesting. Always love a good space film. This is also from executive produced by Roger Corman. It also has Bryan Cranston in it, which I didn't realize. But I look forward to giving this one a watch. But yeah, like during this sale specifically, people were saying things like Shout Factory is going out of business. They're getting out of the physical media game, so they're getting rid of all of their stuff. Which it didn't help that they didn't announce the sale, and they had just done a Shocktober sale. People were really upset because the prices were significantly lower than that. It really seemed like a liquidation sale, but as far as I know, they haven't mentioned anything of why that happened, what that happened. I was a little worried that they were just going to cancel orders because it was a mistake, but I was like, I don't know, I gotta still get these orders in just in case it wasn't a mistake. So the next one that we picked up is Fender Bender. I remember this being like a huge movie when it came out, and I just never got around to watching it. I think this may have aired on the Chiller channel. Maybe not. Maybe this was like the very first Scream Factory, Shout Factory produced movie. Something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I remember it being a big deal when it first came out, or was announced in 2016, I guess. So I definitely look forward to watching this one now that I have picked it up. This is another one that was on the going out of print page. This is #horror. This is not something that I was really particularly interested in picking up. I'd seen it on the going out of print page several times because I've participated in their sales to make sure that I can get things that are going out of print. And I've seen this. It stuck around for quite a while. I feel like a lot of people were not really interested in picking this one up, but I think it dropped down to like $2.99, and I was like, yes, please. I will get it even if it's not that good. I mean, it does have Chloe Sevigny in it, so I mean, it could be good, it could be bad. Oh, it has Natasha Lyonne and Tara Manning. Natasha Lyonne and Tara Manning. Oh, this actually does have a decent amount of people, so maybe I will actually give this a watch and see what it's all about. We also have another one of the like $2.99, $3.99 movies. This is Ejecta. This was also on the going out of print page. This is an IFC midnight release. Seems like they're losing the distribution rights to the IFC midnight titles. I want to say that Vinegar Syndrome has their new stuff now, and I don't know if they're going to be releasing older stuff through Vinegar Syndrome and their partner label, but I mean, I don't see something like this being re-released, but you never know. So I was like, let's pick this up because basically after it goes out of print, I've never heard of this movie. Where are you going to be able to find this movie to watch? It's just going to disappear. So happy to have gotten this one. Here's another one of the Shout Factory exclusive releases. This is Venomous. So this has Treat Williams in it. I think this is kind of a I don't think it's specifically a like sci-fi related movie, but I think that like a Sci-Fi Channel movie, but it's giving very much Sci-Fi Channel vibes. I almost bought this at one point for whatever its price was, and like whatever the price that they had it on, because it was limited and it looked interesting, but I didn't, and thankfully I did not, because I was able to pick it up for like $7. The last one that I picked up is also one of the going out of print titles, and it did come with a slipcover. This is the only thing that I've gotten from this Shout Factory sale that has come with a slipcover so far. So this is The Night. This has been on my list of things to pick up for a while, and I just never got around to picking it up when it was in the going out of print thing. There was always something else I wanted more, and I was like, well, I can hold off on this one. And so happy to have picked it up. It's apparently from one of the executive producers of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I don't know if that means it is from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre or if it's from like the remake. Might be from the remake, because that's not how it's stylized for the name of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. So that is everything I got directly from Shout Factory. Now let's do some of the things that I got from Amazon as part of the Shout Factory sale when they price matched things. So the first thing we'll go through the DVDs, and then we'll get into the Blu-rays. So the first thing I got was the complete series of The Angry Beavers. Now, this is a show that I've watched before. I don't think, well, maybe I was. It was 1997 to 2001, which would have been when I was at peak cartoon watching. So I don't know if I ever watched this. I do remember watching episodes of it, but I don't know if I watched it like when it was airing, kind of thing. But happy to have this. They had like I guess they had split this set into like volumes, season 1 volume 1, season 2 volume 2 type of thing, and I picked up a couple of those at the Dollar Tree sales, and I was like, it's pretty cheap to just buy the whole set, so I might as well just do that and sell off my other ones. And then this came around, and I think this might have been like $10. So I was pretty happy with that, and I was like, let's pick that up, upgrade my set. So now I've got the complete collection. This was $10 as well. One that I've never heard of. It must be some Canadian show, but I thought it seemed kind of interesting, and I was like, you know what, we'll check this one out. This is the complete series of Young Hercules with Ryan Gosling as Hercules, I guess. But it doesn't look like a traditional Hercules. It seems like it's very much in the Xena Warrior Princess type of vibe. So I look forward to checking out some of the episodes of this and seeing how it is. I think this might have been $20, but this is the complete series of two guys and a girl. So this was a television show that Ryan Reynolds was in. Never watched it, but I was like, you know what? I'll check this one out because I do like Ryan Reynolds, and I haven't seen a lot of his earlier work, so I wanted to get it and get it at a pretty steep discount. I think these were $7.99 each. I'll show both of them because they're related to each other. And I've been slowly getting the series of these. So these are both Power Rangers. This is something that I did watch when I was younger, and so I definitely want to recheck it out. So this is Power Rangers Turbo, and this is Volume 1, and then this is Power Rangers Zeo, and this is Volume 1 as well. You know, the one thing that I think that Power Rangers does not get enough credit for is, look at this villain and how intricate and detailed this villain is. I think that they don't get enough credit for that. So, look forward to checking these out at some point. I need to get volumes 2 for each of these. Alright, now on to the Blu-rays that I got as part of this sale. I don't know what the prices are. Most of these were probably about $10. So this first one is RoboCop 3. So I just got RoboCop on 4K from Arrow, and I know that there's a 4K of RoboCop 2, but I did not have RoboCop 3, and so I was like, you know what, let's pick that one up as a to complete my collection. I also picked up Munchie and Munchies. Don't really know a whole lot about these, but they do look pretty interesting. Very Gremlins-like. I'm sure it's a ripoff of Gremlins from 1987 and 1992. So I guess Munchies came out first, and then Munchie came out as like the sequel to it. So that's interesting that it didn't go from Munchie to Munchies, but I look forward to checking this one out because I do love the Gremlins, so if it's trying to be like the Gremlins, I might enjoy it. I also picked up The Incredible Shrinking Woman. So I don't know really too much about this other than, oh, it was directed by Joel Schumacher. And of course, it has Lily Tomlin in it. So look forward to checking this one out. Shout Select title. We also have Killer Party. This one seemed pretty interesting, and so I wanted to check this one out. Kind of gives me prom night vibes. So I thought I'd check this one out, see what it was all about. I believe this was $10 as well. I think a lot of these like standard Blu-rays were in the $10 to $15 range and significantly cheaper than what they usually are. So I was like, oh, I gotta pull the trigger on a bunch of these. This is the Blu-ray of Stephen King's The Shining. So this was the one that was made by Mick Garris, and not the Stanley Kubrick one. This is the one that Stephen King, I think, was associated with, and basically it's more like his novel than the Stanley Kubrick movie. So happy to have gotten this one and checked out. I did have the DVD of this before, and I think I sold it or it's over in my corner to be sold. So we'll see. I also picked up, this is the Steelbook. I believe this was $10 as well, of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I mean, I heard that these weren't great movies, but I was like, you know what? For that price, I'll pick these up. Well, these. So I also got Winnie the Pooh 2, Blood and Honey, which I did hear that this one was better than the first one, but I don't know if that's saying too much. So I do, which honestly, I don't know. There's a glare. I think that might be supposed to be Owl, but does that not kind of look like the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers? Very interesting. But I do, I'll check these out at some point. I also have Pet Sematary 2. Haven't seen Pet Sematary. It was just literally on TV, and I caught bits and pieces of it, but never watched the whole thing. I do really like the original, and so I'll look forward to seeing what this one is all about. I did pick up some of the like animated line, the G Kids line. So the first one that I picked up was The Secret of Kells. Now this was a Academy Award nominee for Best Animated Feature, and so I wanted to pick this one up and check it out. I also picked up The Bride. This is an upgrade from VHS that I had. I believe this is like a Bride of Frankenstein retelling type of thing, so I think that will be an interesting watch. I also picked up Dead Time Stories, which I don't know a whole lot about. I don't know if this is like a more like a kids movie. Dead Time Stories, the only thing I know about Dead Time Stories is that there is like a young reader book series called Dead Time Stories. So I was like, maybe, but it seems like an anthology. Anthologies are usually pretty fun, so I wanted to pick that one up. I also picked up this double feature of Conquest of Space and I Married a Monster from Outer Space to check out. Seems pretty interesting. I think I've been wanting to watch I Married a Monster from Outer Space, so I'm glad to now have the option to. I picked up this box set of Wreck. This one might have been like $30, I think, or $40. I don't know. Basically, it was a pretty good deal when you broke it down between the movies that you get in here. So this is the box set that includes all three or all four Wreck movies, which I've never seen a Wreck movie, so I'm happy to have picked this one up so I can watch it. I have watched Quarantine, which I know a lot of people don't like. I like it, but maybe my opinions will change when I watch the original. I also picked up Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight. This has been on my list for a long time to pick up. I do have Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood, and just never got around to picking this one up, and so now I have it, and I am happy to watch it in the future. Oh, I lied. I do have a couple that have slipcovers in this set, but not from what I picked up at Shout Factory from them specifically. So this is another Shout Select title, and this is The Explorers. So this did come with a slipcover, so that's pretty nice. Don't know much about this other than it has River Phoenix and Ethan Hawke in it, and it's like something about space, so look forward to checking this one out. Directed by Joe Dante, so great director, so I think it'll be great. I also picked up Bad Moon. I enjoy a werewolf movie, and so I think that this could be a really interesting movie. So happy to have gotten this. And then the last thing that I picked up is another one of the G Kids titles, and this is Wolf Children. I don't really know much about it other than these are half wolf, half human. But I haven't watched a lot of these like G Kids like anime type movies, and so I really wanted to change that. And so when I saw that a bunch of this stuff was on sale, I wanted to pick that up. So I do have some here, and then also in my other orders from Shout Factory, which I'll do separate videos on whenever we get around to shipping it. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below if you were able to capitalize on this big sale that Shout Factory was having and what you think might be going on with Shout Factory. I think only time will tell. And remember, if you're not already subscribed and you'd like to be, please hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a like if you liked it. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day. Bye.